You are now listening to Out of the Blank.
Welcome to another episode Out of the Blank podcast. I'm here with David Irwin.
What's going on? How are you doing today?
Tell me a little bit about yourself and what do you do professionally?
I live in Canada. I'm mid 30s. Live in Halifax, which is, I guess, the province that looks like a lobster. I lived here all my life, and I've been working for the past 10 plus years for Pepsi as a sales rep. So that's what I do during the day. Keep people stocked up with pop and refreshments. And that's pretty much it. Like, I have family. I got 2 kids, a wife. Um, just living an ordinary life.
I don't want to focus too much on the Pepsi thing, but I do think it's weird because my buddy works for Coca-Cola. So like when you walk into the store and you see like your friend in there, you walk up. Usually your name tag says your name. Your name tag just says like Pepsi or it says Coke for whatever company you work for.
Correct. Yeah. I'm basically just a number to them. So
Yeah,
yeah.
see, that always scared me about a business is when they got too big for that. Like, this actually translate probably into what, our segue, I guess, would be into the cereal thing. But cereal brands, sometimes they go too much, like they get too big and they just start going everywhere. And that's why I fucking love Honey Smacks.
Just keeping it plain. I wish I've tried that before.
Oh, dude. So they not have that in Canada?
Never, not even a limited edition one, nothing. Like, my wife got me a shirt last summer and it had 4 mascots on it for cereal from Old Navy. And there was a frog on it. I was like, who's this frog? What cereal is this? And then I had to Google it and I was just like, that looks like Sugar Crisp. I want to try that.
Oh my God, I can't believe really what I'm hearing right now. Like you have not had Honey Smacks. Like, but it's weird because Canada, it's not that, I mean, it's not that far off. How would you not have the stuff that we have? It seems like you would have the most similar stuff to what we have, considering Japan has a lot of the stuff we have, but I guess most of our shit comes from there.
No, exactly right. Yeah. I think where we live in a province where, I mean, the population isn't that big. I mean, my city is only, I'd say, maybe 300, 400,000 people. Um, I just don't think we have the population for the distribution of it. I think maybe other parts in Canada, like basically like Ontario or out west, they have a lot more products than us. So I'm taking a road trip probably to the States here soon to stock up, and I'll make sure to get a few boxes of Honey Smacks.
When it comes to the types of cereals that you have in Canada, so what are the popular ones? Do you have the major ones like Frosted Flakes and stuff?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, yeah, just all the core ones like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Fruit Loops. I mean, it's until recently, like, I didn't really pay too much attention to other cereals. I just always ate my probably 5 or 10 cereals. But now that I started kind of going out and looking for different ones to try to review, I can't believe the number of new additions that are coming out.
It's
So I
it's
think
it's
cereal,
bullshit, David.
yeah,
It's bullshit. That's what it is. I'm
yeah,
sorry, but it's like, when Oreo, they decided to start another flavor type, like we're gonna do double stuff, and then it was so popular, and then they're like, all right, fuck it, we're gonna cut out the middleman and just give you nothing but the cream, and then they just kept on going, and now you're getting things like carrot cake, wasabi flavored. I'm like, all right, let's take a step back, like the cereal, there were the basic ones when we were kids. There was Fruity Pebbles, you had the Cheerios, you had Wheaties, you had the shredded mini wheats, you had Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you had Honey Smacks, obviously. But now you're getting shit like Twinkie cereal, you're getting stuff like Hershey Kiss cereal. There was a point in my childhood, I don't know if you had this cereal when you were growing up, but there was one called S'mores.
yeah. We have a Honey Made S'mores that didn't come out until probably a couple of years ago here.
That s'mores was like the cereal I used to eat all the time as a kid because it was so much chocolate. And then Count Chocula, don't even bring him up. Like
Yes,
the
yes,
the fact
all time favorite.
that any parent would buy that for their kid is I don't know how they could do it. That's basically you're asking them to eat a bowl of sugar.
I know. It's tough to vision that. Me as a parent now, my kids are extremely picky when it comes to what they eat, and I mean, to be honest, the first thing in the morning, I'll just give them a dry bowl of cereal, like Fruit Loops or something else. Because to be honest with you, I know there's a little bit of sugar in it and stuff, but I mean, they'll eat it compared to trying to feed them something healthy, and they don't eat it all, and then they get cranky, right? So
Well, the best part about cereal too, I mean, for a kid, it's the whole nostalgia thing. As an adult, when you're eating cereal, if it's 3 o'clock in the morning, like, you're getting it for that nostalgia feel, unless you're stoned out of your mind, like Michael Phelps tearing open a box of Frosted Flakes or something. But
yeah,
like, it's an enjoyment aspect to it too, but they went completely the wrong way with the types of cereals. I thought they definitely should just kept the brands. I mean, it's cool if they have all these different flavors and stuff out there, but you walk down the aisles and then you get like the knockoff cereal brands that always make me fucking laugh. Like Marshmallow Mateys or Crunchberry Treasure. And I'm like, are you guys even trying with the names? And then one of them was Frosted Mini Wheats, but it said Frosted Bites of Shredded Wheat.
oh, it's just too long of a name. That's ridiculous.
It took up half the box. I was like, what the like, that's not even cool for someone to say. Imagine trying to tell a kid to like, what do you want? Oh, I want the frosted, shredded, fucking, I don't know what else the rest of the insert random other words here.
I haven't tried like the knockoff cereals per se, because I mean I find cereals so cheap. And well, in Canada it seems pretty expensive to the U.S., but that's where I'm like. A lot of people have asked me, why don't you go? Because we have a dollar store named Dollarama here, and they just started offering a line of like kind of knockoff cereals. So I want to start doing kind of like a brand name versus dollar store name cereal, and see if there's. I imagine there's a bit of a difference, but I don't know. I just obviously there's a market for it if they're making it.
How did you decide to review cereal?
I really don't know, to be honest. I obviously get high, so I mean, every time I get high, I'm eating cereal, and then one night I come up with these ridiculous ideas when I'm high. I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just start doing YouTube videos or Instagram videos of me eating cereal and talking about it, right? I wasn't even going to start reviewing it or anything. I just wanted to eat a bowl and talk about it, right? So just went from there, and yeah, my sister edited the first video, and I thought it was pretty funny. I was like, let's see where this goes.
Well, cereal's that one snack that if you eat that, like that's like the stoner snack too, to be honest. I think
Yeah.
anytime when I was getting high in school, like it was getting a giant salad bowl filled with like you're mixing Frosted Flakes, you're mixing
Oh
everything.
man.
And then I'd be like, I'm not going to school today. And then I would just sit and watch TV, but I was way too lazy to change out the DVD that was in the Xbox. So I'd be watching Step Brothers on a continuous loop like 400 times a day, and then randomly I'd be like, all right, I've had enough of Step Brothers. Let me
Nothing wrong with that.
so let me insert Friday or something, and next thing I know, I'm watching that 500 times.
Man, yeah, exactly. Once you get a few snacks in you when you're high, you're basically glued to the couch. It's tough.
It's crazy too because this is what I learned about Step Brothers. So I know we were kind of mentioning that before, and you were like, "That's a great movie." So there, if you have the DVD, there's the extended cut version. There's a commentary on it. Dude, listen to this. I was so stoned and listening to the commentary. They stop talking about the movie, and then they have random stars walk in while they're recording. They just start talking about Talladega Nights. They start talking about all this stuff. And then randomly he's like, holy shit, it's Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan walks in, and like all you hear is Michael Jordan start talking. Then they're just completely talking about life and all the events they have coming up and everything. I'm like, we're not even on the movie anymore. And I'm like, imagine me high off my ass just sitting on a couch watching that. Like I'm watching them at the Catalina wine mixer, but I'm hearing them talk to Michael Jordan. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Is this a dream? Like, yeah,
No.
is the movie getting mixed in with a dream?
Oh my God. It was like the surrealest thing. And it felt like that movie lasted like 6 hours.
Oh, I mean, I haven't seen it in a while. I mean, but Step Brothers is a staple. That and Old School. Nothing like a good funny movie when you get high, some snacks.
Wait, Old School's with Jamie Kennedy, right?
Was it Jamie Kennedy? Or no, it was almost, or it was Luke Wilson and William. Oh my God, Will
Ferrell.
Farrell. Oh, I was going to say Will Sasso.
Oh, you're talking about the basketball movie.
Old School. You
I
don't know that movie?
I'm blanking
Where,
on Old School right now.
Vince Vaughn's in it and everything. This
Oh
is
shit!
basically,
Yeah, the wedding thing.
No, that was the Wedding Crashers in 04, but I'm pretty sure Old School was 03. And had like, you got to watch this. Basically, it's like 5 middle-aged men have a break in their life, and they set up like a fraternity on a campus ground, and they just start partying. And I mean, yeah, they have Snoop Dogg in one of their parties, and you got to watch that, man.
Dude,
that movie's hilarious.
I just thought of the next thing you should review.
What?
You should just get high and review a movie, or try and explain it to somebody. You know how fucking fun that would be?
Yeah. I was watching some YouTube videos last night of stone people trying to describe like movie characters or certain events to people that aren't high. It's on this channel called React. Yeah, that's such a good idea.
Like, see, like if you ask somebody, like, describe a cereal or something, and if you ask somebody that's stoned, they take the very long fucking route to it. Like,
yeah, the whole history and everything, like whatever's on their mind, they tell you, right?
Like, what's Frosted Flakes? Well, there's this tiger that plays sports, and basically he teaches the kid the meaning to life, and then the meaning of life while sitting down with his father after a long training process and learning and struggling to get to the top to be a winner. And then it's like 30 minutes later, you're like, what the fuck did we ask the guy?
It sounds like you're describing a movie, like the lead up to a movie. Yeah, like.
It's like, dude, just say Frosted Flakes.
I do want to
like,
of branch out. Yeah, I've talked about Frosted Flakes back in the summer when I started doing this thing. I randomly messaged a guy from the UK, cereal and stuff, and I was like, we should do a cereal swap. Meaning, like, he'll send me a couple boxes, I'll send him some boxes, and basically just pay the postage and call it even, right? And I guess Frosted Flakes over in the UK is called Frosties, which is pretty cool.
So are people sending you cereal? Is that how you review a lot of it, or do you have to go pick up a lot of it yourself?
I have to go pick up a lot of it myself. I had one nice guy in Arizona. He sent me a box of Crunch Berries, Captain Crunch, which was really nice. And then I had another buddy that ordered on Amazon some peanut butter Captain Crunch. And but yeah, for now, like basically, it's there's this account that's around where I live. And they order in a lot of international foods called Underground Snacks. So I just pick up from them. I have to pay a little more for the box, but I don't really think about that. I'm just like, well, I mean, I can't get this in Canada, so I'm happy.
I will make you a deal. I'll send you a box of Honey Smacks if you send me some actual Canadian ham.
I don't know how that's gonna taste after being in the getting shipped over, but yeah. Ham, eh? You want to try Canadian ham, of all things.
Isn't it just bacon, though?
Bacon? I don't know. I don't even eat ham, to be honest with you. I got sick of that when I was a kid with the ham sandwiches. It wasn't even real ham, but I don't even eat ham.
Someone brought up to me the other day, because I've met Canadian people before, and they're nice, but I think people stigmatize them too much as being like, when they bump into you, they apologize. I'm like, that's not Canadians at all. They're very polite, but they're people too. And people tend to snap a little bit. Like, they're some of the funniest ones too. But it's the same thing with Australians. Like, words over there in America and in Canada are bad ones. Like, there's some words we don't say, like the C word and things. They just toss those out like it's breakfast. Like, it's like they're handing out flyers or some shit. I'm like, whoa, you said it like 10 times. We've only recorded for like 10 minutes.
It's so weird. Something like that could mean something totally different. So close. I mean, we're not, like, I find Canadians, you say we're really apologetic and kind. I think, like, I live right beside, like, kind of a half big city, and I find, like, I go over there and then, like, I feel like I'm in the States. Like, people are just doing their own thing. They're just gridlocked on where they're going. No one's saying thank you when you hold the door open. They don't hold the door open for you. It's just
you guys are
people. I don't think we're as
that's what
friendly
I try,
as everyone thinks.
That's what I try and say, because everyone goes around saying like, oh, they're they always apologize and do all this stuff. I'm like, no, they're not. They're people just like us. They have respect, but they don't really give two shits about our feelings as much as the next guy.
No. I went down to Florida there a few years ago, and I couldn't believe how nice the people were down there. I was just like, and then because up here everyone thinks, oh, well, I'm not going to say Americans are assholes, but I mean, Americans are.
Most of us are.
I I think the
Also,
whole world's basically.
every
No, I don't want to say that.
that's what I try and tell people. It's like, what do you think those people are like over there? How do you think people are like? That's exactly what they're like. It's literally like that. It's like people are they're basically the same everywhere. Everywhere you go, we kind of live by the same lifestyle. We just have different things that are, different products such as fucking cereal.
Yeah, it depends on. I mean, this person could be the nicest person on one day, and the next day you run into them. They're not the nicest, right? So it depends on, I guess, the day for the person, right? So.
But you know what does make a nice person? Either after a bowl of cereal or after smoking something.
Oh, you got that right, man.
They're the least
it's almost like
conflicted people in the world.
yeah. I'm almost playing catch up. I mean, up until just a few years ago, I didn't touch weed because the whole stigma of it actually putting something in my mouth and inhaling it and stuff. I didn't like it because my parents smoked growing up, so I didn't want anything to do with weed or anything like that, right? Because they used to smoke weed and stuff, like they leave roaches in there, and I thought it was disgusting. So the one reason I didn't do it was because my parents did it. And as soon as I started doing it, I was just like, okay, I understand why.
So you started late because of that? You just didn't want to do it until you got older?
No, the whole concept of holding the thing and then putting it in my mouth, it was the same thing as smoking a cigarette, and I didn't want to smoke a cigarette. So I started taking maybe like edibles and stuff a few years ago. And then when I got sick of that, I was like, I may as well just try smoking the weed. And I did that, and I was like, well, this is instant, feeling good instantly, and now, yeah, I don't even think about it, to be honest. So
wait, hold on a second. So you do you prefer edibles or do you prefer smoking it?
Smoking it now. Edibles, I had one little time there where I took too much, and I got sick, and yeah, it was just a mess. And I'm just, yeah. Now that every time I taste an edible, I taste that evening that I tried it and got sick. So, yeah,
Bad experience for sure.
And it lasts way too long.
Yeah, they hit you different. That's what it is. It's like you eat an edible and then you're like, oh, it didn't really work on me. Then you go to sleep and you wake up the next day. I had so many times I would eat an edible like in the middle of the day, like on like a Sunday or something. Like, oh, I'm gonna enjoy the day. Nothing, and then I fall asleep, wake up to go to school or something. It's like, oh fuck, I can't go to school today because I don't know how to get out of my room.
It sounds like you've been in some sticky situations.
Dude,
you said you stopped smoking weed. What was the reason?
Getting way too high.
Yeah, that was it, eh?
So if you've ever seen Little Dicky's music video called Too High, that's basically every time I smoked was like that. The reason why was because it was so easily accessible. My brother he did that like every single, like 4 times a day, basically. He just enjoys it that much. So
yeah,
he's older than me and he's built up a tolerance to it. Me, I'm just like, hey, if I get offered, I'll smoke it. So yeah, I would get so plastered to the point I locked myself in the bathroom for like 55 minutes. And I'm like, I don't know how to get the fuck out of here at this point.
Was it just the type of strain you were using or something?
Probably way too strong. And I'm the type of guy that if you hand it to me, I'm gonna keep doing it and not know when to stop until it's already too late. Because there's that point, there's that point where it's like, I'm good right now. Maybe I could do a little bit more. Don't ever do a little bit fucking more. Don't. Just stop. Just stop because you're fine. But I was always like, oh, I could do a little bit more. Then the next puff, I was like, now I'm fucking really bad and I need to go lie down now.
Yeah, you were pushing yourself. So you didn't have great experiences when you were doing it, right? So
no. So basically, it just ruined it for me. So I just don't even need it in my life anymore.
No. So really though, yeah, you don't need it in your life. I mean, we used to just smoke on Friday night and be our little escape for the week, but now basically it's almost every night. But it doesn't affect my life at all. I still get up at 5 o'clock every morning, and I feel fine. I don't drink any alcohol. Like on the weekends, I'll just smoke weed. No more alcohol. I might drink maybe once or twice every 6 months.
Well, it's weird that you do cereal reviews and you get high doing it, because that's like it sounds amazing, but if you get too high and you start like worrying about the crunch, and then everything's too loud, then you start focusing on your teeth and shit. I mean, maybe that's just me, but that seems like the one that's like the hardest for me to get down onto.
Most of the time, I have to eat a bowl of cereal in the other room when I'm sober, because my wife, she hates the sound of like crumpling bags, chips, anything eating if I'm chewing with my mouth closed. So the only time I can actually eat at my kitchen table, if she's downstairs, is doing a review in a bowl of cereal, because she's high too, right? So I find that when you're high, you have a bowl of cereal, it's like, I don't know, it just tastes different. And sometimes, to be honest with you, I'll have a bowl of cereal and think this is the greatest thing ever, and I'll review it the next morning. I'll have a bowl and I'm like, oh, this isn't that great. I'm like, oh no, I rated it wrong. Kind of like the Twinkies.
Well, how do you typically rate it?
Oh, it's way too complicated. I don't know why I just didn't do like a 5-point system like everybody else. But I mean, I wanted to just kind of do like like the box. The box is important to me. I mean, if you don't see it sitting on the cereal aisle, that doesn't stand out, then I mean, it's got to look nice. So I mean, I rate the packaging out of 10, and then the texture. I find the texture goes through the roof when you're high too as well. That's why I think I enjoy eating so much food when I'm high, is because just the feeling of it in my mouth. It's hard to describe, but the texture, I do it at 10 points, and then obviously the taste, and then yeah. I feel like I'm almost too kind to a lot of these cereals. Where I mean, peanut butter crunch, Captain Crunch is at 29 out of 30. That's my highest one right now, but I mean, that's a great cereal. And I heard Cereal Snob too as well, his podcast with you. He enjoyed it.
See, my tastes have changed, I think, from when I first was like a little kid experiencing cereal. I used to be really into the chocolatey stuff, like into the, I've always had a space in my heart for Honey Smacks, but when it comes to like being a kid, Count Chocula, oh my God, dude.
Don't get me started.
Dude.
That was my all-time favorite.
No, there's something that happens when that milk it hits that cereal and it turns to chocolate milk, so it's another treat when you get done with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't drink the milk though. I never drank the milk.
Wait.
And a lot of people do. I don't drink the milk when I'm finished.
What do you do? Wait, okay, hold on. I gotta ask this question too. When it comes to, do you put the cereal in the bowl first and then put milk?
Oh, I put the cereal in the I put the bowl first, then the cereal. Sorry, my little guy, Tucker. Tucker, go upstairs. Go get mommy.
Tell Tucker
Daddy
say
on
hi.
The phone. Tucker, do you want to say hi? They love doing. To be honest, yeah, my two boys love doing the cereal reviews. It's almost like, hey, if you don't behave today, we're not going to do a cereal review.
Would you say that's like a bonding experience you guys have? Like it kind of keeps you guys like more involved together, because that's got to be the best thing too. Like having your kid come on and you guys get to do videos together. I mean, I started noticing like we have food reviewers, man. Like that's a thing. I would have never thought in a million years that would have been a thing. I thought it was just companies putting brands on their boxes saying, oh, New York Times bestseller or some shit.
Yeah.
But now it's literally a thing where people are reviewing food, such like yourself, but they're also bonding activities that you can do with like your kid if you have a little one.
No, I know. Like they didn't. I didn't offer them cereal at all. Like my littlest one, Tucker, who's not even 3 yet, he's never had cereal until back in the summer when I started doing these reviews. He'd see me pour a bowl, and like he wouldn't be on the camera. Then he'd come over and want a bowl, and now he won't have a bowl without milk in it. And it's just, yeah, they enjoy it. And if I don't do a cereal video for a few days, they're just like, come on, when's the cereal video? And usually I put them up to bed, kind of do my thing, and then I'll call them down, and then they'll come running down. Even when I don't invite them down, they'll hear me doing one, and they'll come running. So it's weird. It's a weird feeling. It's hard to describe, but it's fun.
Do you think that having your kids in the videos helps kind of improve like the ratings a little bit too? It seems like a lot of people out there like that are going to hardcore like follow you and listen to you and support you. Like they love that aspect of being a dad or being a parent in general.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I mean, the first few videos I did by myself, they were kind of boring. Like, and then once I have somebody like my kids to interact with and experience it with, and I mean, if you see just me on there reviewing the cereals, just another guy reviewing cereal. But if he's doing something with his kids and making it fun and getting them involved, then I mean, I could see somebody watching a video and be like having a bowl of cereal with them the next morning just for the heck of it with their kids. And I don't know.
Does that ever affect your review on it too? Like if you look at like you're having a good video with your kid reviewing like a shitty cereal, it's probably got to increase the rating a little bit if you have fun making it.
Exactly right. Yeah. It keeps my spirits up, keeps their spirits up, and I'll keep doing it. I imagine at some point they're gonna be like, Dad, you're weird. We're kind of too old for this, right?
It's like,
and there was
up. I'm gonna open up this box and you're gonna get the toy out of it while I eat this cereal.
Yeah, I wish there was toys in there still.
They stopped doing that. I don't know why.
Nah, probably choking hazard.
They came in
Now
something.
you get a million.
Most of the time, they came in a little plastic bag. But I found out recently, my cousin, like now they just put like coupons or movie tickets in there. And my cousin's like I'm pouring out a box of cereal and everything for him for breakfast, and he's little, so he turns the box over before it opens up, and he just opens it up from the bottom and gets the toy immediately on like the first try.
Marsh.
I'm like, whoa, 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 what are you doing? He's like, you get the toy faster if you do this. I'm like, I used to have to eat it breakfast, lunch, and fucking dinner to be able to get the toy if I
You
wanted
gotta
it.
earn it. You gotta earn it, right? Yeah.
Oh my, like it was like completely revolutionary. I'm starting to notice, like, damn, my cousin might be smarter than me. I'm looking and he solves the back of the puzzle box, like the whatever the crossword or something is there in like a minute. I'm like, this motherfucker, like that used to stump me all the time as a kid. I'd be going to school all pissed off that I didn't finish the freaking word search.
It's good. Yeah. In the States, you guys have interactive cereal boxes, I find. Where us with Canadian cereals, we have to include the French too as well. So it's a lot of real estate taken up with two languages. So half the time in the back of the box, it's just the reverse in French. And we don't get like in the States, like that's why I love your guys' boxes. There's games, there's puzzles, there's little blurps about the cereal. Um,
Yeah, that's right. Part of Canada, I forgot a large percentage of it is French speaking.
Yeah, yeah. So it's kind of a waste. Well, not a waste of cereal box.
Well, you had Cinnamon Toast Crunch on your profile that had like French under it, and I was like, I've never seen that before. And then like
No.
I look over, I'm like, oh, America, we don't do that because everybody needs to churn their values into our ways. Oh,
Yeah. Wow. Great statement. True though.
but seriously though, when it comes to the best cereal that you've ever had, or the best one that you've rated or tried so far, which is it?
I would say like overall, my favorite growing up was Count Chocula. I mean, like I was looking at some retro packaging. It just brought me back from like from the early '90s of Count Chocula. But then, I mean, they brought it back a few years ago up in Canada around Halloween, and it's just not the same because they don't use as many marshmallows, so it's really bland. I mean, it was good having that texture of marshmallow and then the crunchy chocolate pieces. But now, like after even trying a bowl, I mean, this past Halloween, I can't say it's my favorite cereal anymore. I'd have to go with peanut butter Captain Crunch for right now. I mean, there's so many other cereals I haven't tried, so I could tell you what my favorite cereal is one week, and then ask me a month later, it's something different.
Yeah, I started to notice my tastes have changed from when I was a kid, but I think what you're saying with the Count Chocula, I think I know what happened. It's not that they just stopped using so many marshmallows, but we've been so used to Cocoa Pebbles and frosted flakes. Back in the day, there were very few cereals that were all chocolate like that. And
True,
then
true,
now
true,
we've
true.
just been so used to it with all this shit. I mean, they have the worst cereal they ever created, which I talked about with Cereal Snob, is Sour Patch Kids cereal. That's all
Yeah,
clearance
don't tell me
everywhere.
about that one. I tried that one. I wish I didn't buy it. It was $15 Canadian because I had to get it from that Underground Snacks. It tasted like sour milk. Once the pieces absorbed into the milk, it was disgusting.
Like, let me just
But
get
it's
a
just,
fucking bagel with mold on it. Like that. Let's
oh.
sell that to the people.
Have you tried the Jolly Rancher one? I see the Jolly Rancher one out now.
No, I haven't tried really. I see what happened was for my taste buds have changed. From when I was a kid, I used to love the classic like frosted mini wheats, but I really loved Count Chocula. And then as I got older, like I was diving into cereals like straight up. I enjoy now. Like I love Pops. I'm a diehard Honey Smacks fan for sure. Almost got salmonella over that shit. You know,
Oh, Jesus.
yeah, I love dig 'em. Sorry, there was a salmonella outbreak with Honey Smacks, and nobody told me until after I bought one of the boxes. They took it all down here. But
And
nah.
you're still dedicated to that cereal,
Oh,
eh?
I finished the fucking box. I paid $5 for that shit. You don't just that's a waste of money. It got me sick the whole time every bowl I had. But I said if I live by the smacks, I die by the smacks, man.
Yeah, now I understand that saying that you say.
But
When you say pops, is that corn pops?
oh, you've never had Pop, the giant thing that says literally Pops on the box or something? It's like those
Some Kellogg's?
I don't actually think it is Kellogg's. I don't know how to
It's,
describe the thing. It's like a
it's
look
like
at
yellowish
yeah.
corn puffs,
It
like
looks like
big puffs.
well, it's not like the Honey Smacks puffs. It's more of like a yellow ball, like a cheese ball. But they're just that they call them pops, but they're like really hollow. It's like honeycombs.
Yeah, I think they're corn pops here in Canada. It's weird how it'd be a different name. But yeah, I haven't tried corn pops since I was a kid because I don't know, I wasn't too into them.
Like then when I got older, like I became like a little bit of like a workout freak. So then I started like trying to find like good healthy cereals because dude, I eat dry cereal all day. I literally have a container downstairs that's just a mashup of Raisin Bran, Frosted Mini Wheats, Honey Smacks, and like every other cereal that I ever like can finish off, all dumped into one container. So I shake it up and around, and I'll randomly grab a spoonful, and it'll be like Frosted Mini Wheats with Raisin Bran or something on top of it. But as I got older, I started finding out that my tastes kind of have changed. I haven't eaten a lot of sugar in a while. So like I don't tend to eat a whole lot of like sugary cereals. I more eat like really what's cheap, but like Raisin Bran and stuff, like all that, like the goodness in that. I thought that was so bland when I was a kid, but as I got older, I'm like, this is actually really good.
No, as long as you have two, like if you have the extra scoop of raisins in that, it's great. Um, I'm same with me. I'm like I love sugar. That's the only one thing. Like during the day, I try and eat right. I try and do things right, and then as soon as at nighttime, I'll get high. I'll have a bunch of cereal. I'll have 2 or 3 bowls, and the next morning I'm on the spin bike because I feel guilty, right? So, but it's worth it to me because it's something I enjoy. Like, yeah, cereal is just it's just so easy just to come home. If I'm home, I'm hungry, I can either make some chicken or I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have a bowl of what do I usually have now? Peanut butter chocolate Cheerios. Like, I know it's not the greatest and there's a lot of sugar in it, but everything in moderation, right?
See, that's so true because I made the mistake of eating 2 boxes of Raisin Bran. So I basically
Oops.
didn't shit for like 5 days. And I looked it up on WebMD, and the first thing it tells me is like, "Did you eat 2 boxes of Raisin Bran?" I'm like, "Yes." And then it's like, does the sun or does the sun on the box does it have 2 scoops or does it only have one? I'm like, it had 2 scoops, and then you click that link, and then that link goes stomach cancer. I'm like, oh great, oh that two
Oh
scoops of
my gosh.
sunshine is 2 scoops of death. But I went to the gym, dude. I ran like 10 miles. You don't want to know what it was like afterwards, dude. I literally was in the bathroom for like 3 hours. Like people were like walking up, knocking. Do we need to take you to the hospital? I'm like, I am releasing the crunchy of raisin right now.
It's coming out full crunch, right? Yeah. Just get some laxatives in you.
But do you remember
Yeah.
that the sun has sunglasses on it?
Oh, I remember that years ago. I
That
remember
never happened.
two. Yeah.
That
No,
never
what?
happened. So
Never had sunglasses?
you ever heard of the Mandela effect?
No.
Okay, the Mandela
What would
effect is
happen?
like you remember something like I guess so much that it actually isn't true. So what happens is in Star Wars, what color would you say C3PO is?
Or blue?
C3PO.
Uh, I'm horrible with Star Wars, to be honest with you, buddy.
The
You
giant
trying to? Is
the,
that?
the giant gold
Oh, he's
droid.
gold. He's
Yeah.
gold. Yeah, never mind. Here I am talking about the ball guy. Yeah, never mind. Okay.
No, the giant gold droid. So you remember him as being what? All gold, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he has a silver leg. Nobody ever mentions that.
Is it on camera much? Like,
Yeah, it's literally he has a silver leg, and all the toys have him as gold. Everybody remembers him as being all gold, but he has a silver leg. It's the same thing with I am your father. It's something completely different. Like people just remember it weird. And then like Nelson Mandela has one too, where he said something and it was completely wrong. People took it the completely wrong idea. Like we have this thought for so long, like, oh, it's this. No, it's not. It's actually this. And that's the same thing with the Raisin Bran. You remember him having sunglasses because when you were a kid, there was another commercial that came on the same time Raisin Bran came on. You know what that was?
oh, is the California raisin one?
No,
Like the
it's Sunny D, dude.
oh,
Sunny D in their commercial had the same kind of looking sun, and he had sunglasses on.
you just automatically assume that commercial, like that part of the commercial, was for Raisin Bran.
And your brain automatically links it to that. Isn't that fucking nuts?
Yeah, it just gets smashed up after a while. I mean, at least you're remembering things as a kid, just not not as straightforward as you think.
And people will swear by it too. Like, no, he was 100% wearing sunglasses. I'm like, never worn sunglasses. And a lot of people, like, I get really interested in weird history. So when we talk about our tastes have changed, I went from really loving Count Chocula to really loving Blueberry and Frankenberry.
Really?
Like
I wasn't sure about those.
when I was a kid, it was Count Chocula for me, and my brother would get Frankenberry or Blueberry. And I hated that strawberry milk. I hated all that. If you had strawberry milk in school, you were a savage, and I didn't want to sit next to you. This actually leads me to a really good question I ask in my podcast. Do you like ketchup on your eggs?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, you
Always.
fucking nasty. God.
No, no. Either that or some hot sauce or something. Yeah,
Hot sauce is good. Ketchup, you're savage. I'm sorry. But
just a little bit. Sprinkle.
when it comes to like my taste of changing, did you know that Frankenberry, there was actually a big like recall on all their cereal because of what was happening with people's like insides?
No,
So
got me
what
all worried
happened
now.
was kids were pooping pink because of the flavoring coloring in listen, the flavor coloring in Frankenberry, that parents thought that they were bleeding. So they were taking their kids to the hospital and they figured out that the chemical they were using or the flavoring they were using in Frankenberry was turning people's poop pink.
That really relates to me because last weekend, I don't even know if I want to say this on this. My littlest one, I changed his butt, and he had some. It looked like it was blood, but we weren't sure whether to take him to the duty doctor or not. But I mean, he was having some. He had some different cereal the day before. I forget which flavor. Maybe it was some type of food coloring in the food. That's disgusting. Yeah. Ooh.
That's a good one. And then I learned also, you know how cornflakes was invented?
How?
To prevent masturbation.
Are you serious?
I'm 100% serious. In 1945, Sir Harvey Kellogg worked at a mental institution. He left like this, it's like this wheat cereal out or something for too long, and it turned into a paste. Like, you know, when you leave your frosted mini wheats in a bowl for too long, they become really soggy.
Oh yeah.
So he realized that like the cereal was so bland. He back in the day, sugar was a bad thing. So like
Yeah.
people thought if you ate sugar, like you would just get your passions would increase. And by passions, that meant sex drive. So he thought if you made a bland cereal like cornflakes, no sugar, it would stop people from masturbating. And that was his whole thing. Like up, up, up with cornflakes, down, down, down with masturbation. And it would like 2 years later, his brother's like, why don't we do cornflakes still? But let's add sugar. And he lost his shit. He's like, no, people are going to be masturbating all over the place. And
Who
that's like the whole
cares?
history behind it. Like the green rooster, nobody knows the actual name of the rooster, and his name is Corny.
Corny of all. Yeah, yeah.
Like that was just a fun history fact where every time I walk in and I see a box of cornflakes, I'm like, people don't even know the history behind this.
I love your knowledge on all these cereals. I just started looking up Wikipedia when I'm doing reviews and just putting a couple little facts about each cereal in. And yeah, you definitely know your cereal. It's great.
What types of facts have you learned so far that you find interesting, or ones that you like just thought it might be cool to mention?
Well, I did the maple Cheerios there. So I guess back when Cheerios were invented, I don't know, I think it was 1941. It was originally called Cheerios, and they used to have like a cinnamon when they first released. They had a cinnamon Cheerios as well, but that was later discontinued. I don't know. Yeah, there's just so many facts, and I can't believe how old these cereal companies actually go back.
You know,
And
Cookie Crisp.
yeah,
Do you know they were originally created by the people that make Purina dog food?
probably that explains the texture.
Fucking, it was bought by General Mills.
Oh,
Isn't that nuts, dude? Like you started looking at stuff like basically cereal is human dog food.
yeah, they just take the same probably basic fundamentals of the cereal and then just put a different name on the box.
All they do is add a coat of sugar.
Have you ever had Weetabix?
Weedy Bits?
Weetabix.
I don't know what that is.
It's from, I guess it was from Australia, and it's popular in Australia and the UK. And I mean, they have it here in Canada, and I had it. It's just big like patties of cereal with like really high in fiber and stuff. Like I had a bowl back in the cereal and in the summer, and I just had they have a mini version of it, like a chocolate chip mini version. And I seen an interesting fact about that is Post cereals purchased them back about 5 years ago. So
Wait, do you
don't ever try it.
do you have Rice Krispies?
Oh yeah,
Okay, so you know what they call that in Australia?
what?
Rice bubbles.
I like that name better.
What? Really? You like rice bubbles better?
Rice bubbles. I don't know.
Okay,
I
what's the worst cereal you've ever had then? Because that brings into
uh,
a really good point.
it's a toss up probably between Weetabix and the Twinkie cereal. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Um, it's tough. You try some and they go in the same pool as it's just being complete shit. Like, so I'll never try this again, even when I'm high. I find if I'm high and I don't like it, then I mean I really don't like it.
Well, it sucks because like there are some cereals that just don't hold up, I think. Like I think you're basically what you really love about the taste of it is that you remember it, like it takes you that nostalgia feel you get. I mean, I can tell you I was a big fan of fucking Malta meal when I was a kid. You know, like my grandma would go to like the giant supermarket. She would get the giant bags of like frosted mini wheats and stuff. But like Captain Crunch, I didn't mind it as a kid. I didn't have it a lot, but like as I'm older, I fucking hate it. Like I just don't like it. The peanut butter one's terrible. I think it's all like
Really, yeah.
it's just not interesting to me. And like I'm that guy that like when I get cereal now, I go to like the dollar store and they have the new one, the Dumsers ice cream one.
Never
Sometimes
even.
like it's a mix of rice checks, basically like the Captain Crunch peanut butter and a bunch of other stuff all in one cereal with like a thin mint kind of cookie crisp shape. And I'm like, they just put 6 cereals in one box and decided to call it something. Like the flavor combinations they're coming out with are just they're going like a little bit too far over the edge. Like the Sour Patch one, like come on guys, really? Then now you're seeing Pop Tarts, you're seeing other stuff. It's like what happened to the basics? Like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, that was it. Now they got like blueberry, they got this and like Cheerios. I mean, Maple for you must have been like one of their first ones that came out for you guys that didn't come here for a while. Like we had strawberry Cheerios. Now you have frosted Cheerios. Now you have this, and then it's like we're just going. Everybody's just copying each other now.
Now, I'm starting to think that maybe even the cereal category as whole, maybe these companies are seeing a decline in sales. So they're like, we got to offer some variation quick to keep our consumers, I don't know, engaged in this product, right? And to keep coming back and buying our product. So
That's
I
what I
find,
love about Honey Smacks because they have never fucking changed their recipe. There's no Honey Smacks strawberry. There's no Honey Smacks banana. They're like, this is just Honey Smacks. That's what you're fucking getting. We're not going anywhere else. It's like the Colonel. Nobody fucks with the original recipe.
no. So you guys don't have Sugar Crisp, though. That's Honey Smacks. I think, do
Is
you
that
have
the
Sugar Crisp?
bear? Is that the
That's
bear?
the bear. Yeah.
Yeah, we have that, but nobody buys it because you can just get Honey Smacks.
Okay, yeah, because we just have that. Have you ever tried any the organic Kashi cereals?
I have. Honestly, I don't think they're that good. It's like the Nature Valley ones that they have.
Yeah. They do have a honey almond flax, and that's like the first cereal I ever tried. They're doing a review on, and it does taste almost like Sugar Crisp, but like a healthier version of it. So I'm thinking it might be similar to the Honey Smacks, but
See, I go into 2 phases when it comes to cereal. I go into one where I really like mini wheats. Like I love them
yes,
dry. I know that people like it because the milk enhances the flavor, but if you don't eat it quick, you know, it goes that way. But if you take mini wheats, I love the crunch aspect of it. Like that's why I love Raisin Bran so much because there's that crunch, man. I like to feel and hear that crunch. And actually, before I started this podcast, what I wanted to do is I wanted to do an ASMR of freaking eating cereal. Just like 15 minutes of just someone going and like getting the crunch in there and everything, like just dry cereal. And then like all you hear is like that they have to cough because they get like, you know, one of those chips stuck in their throat or
yeah, it's
something.
so dry. Their throats are getting so dry.
Then he's like, wow, he finished the cereal. Then all you hear is him open up another box and just start pouring the cereal into a bowl again. I'm like, that would be, you know, how many, that would get more popular than this fucking podcast.
Well, you know what to do then, man.
Nah, I don't know. That one just seems lazy. 15 minutes of me eating Raisin Bran. I mean, I would love doing it, but oh my God.
see some of the Japanese Asian girls eat like these huge fish and like the ASMR is definitely different. I watched a few videos, but I can't be too loud or I'll probably the wife will beat me.
Do we just get bored? Like, is that what happened? We just got bored and realized that sounds sometimes are really soothing. So let's just take two knives and rub them against each other so people can just get a sensation off of it.
I don't know. Like, there's an audience for anything. I think now these days, people get so bored easy, or they want to be different. So I don't know.
How do you typically get into the mindset of doing your videos?
I literally I get my bowl out, my almond milk out, and my little my box of cereal, and then I go out and have a puff, and then I come back and I wait a few minutes, and then I'll just go and then I'll probably usually half the time, halfway into the video, I'll realize, oh, this is ridiculous what I'm doing. Like, why am I even doing this? But I enjoy it. So a lot of people ask me like, oh, you're like my wife goes on my Instagram account and she adds a bunch of people, right? And I was in a store the other day and a cop walked by and he's like, hey, you're the cereal connoisseur. I'm like, oh God, this is embarrassing. What do I say to this, right? And then I'm just like, oh, my wife must have added you on Facebook. And he's like, yeah, you added me the other day and I think some of your stuff is funny. And I was just like, yeah, good thing it's legal here now. He's like, what do you mean, eating cereal? I said, no, smoking weed. He's like, oh, but there's kids in your video. I'm like, oh, but I get high and then like they're not around and they're literally gone to bed afterwards. That's where I'm like, I'm gonna get some slack.
If anything, you're fucking more conscious of your children and you love your children even more. Like, I don't know if anybody that has ever said that they've ever been like hated people after smoking pot. Like, anything, I'm more conscious of everybody. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to go in front of me? Oh, sir, did you want to go in front of me? Hey, you with the 50 items back there, come on in front of me, man. I just got a pack of gummy worms. I can wait. And I'm like, what the fuck? Shit, dude, you end up being at that grocery store trip ends up turning into 12 hours after you figure out what you want, which is probably the biggest challenge.
Oh man, going to a grocery store when you're high is the best. But you're right. Yeah, you just become more relaxed after a day of stressful of working and then having to deal with kids. That's my break at the end of the day, and having cereal, and then even like last night, I got high, and then my little guy was just basically jumping off the couch onto a dog bed, and he was having the time of his life, and I was watching him, and almost like we had a moment together. Just I watched him for a half an hour doing that. It was just hilarious, right? So I don't know.
So you go all improv with your show. You just let it roll and see where it goes.
Obviously, yeah. I just get high and talk.
Well, I really prefer that too because, like, for me, like I'm all improv. People think there's like a structured list to the show, and I'm like, it just goes where we just, we're just gonna talk and see where it goes. What's different is so many other serial or video makers or YouTubers or food reviewers have like a whole step-by-step guideline and outline for how they're gonna do their review or do their show, and I'm like, man, it's just too much. Like, if you start overthinking it like that, like then you just lose the fun of it.
No, exactly. It becomes more of like a job, a process, a list of guidelines. Like I just do this for fun. I don't take it seriously whatsoever. I don't think it's gonna ever turn into a thing. I just do it as it's almost like a hobby. That's it. It's like working out. I just do that once in a while.
So if I had to ask, what is one cereal that you want to review that you haven't been able to review? Is it Honey Smacks or is it something else?
I think there was apple cinnamon toast crunch. I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. I don't know if it's available in the States anymore. I heard that was a really good one. And then golden Oreos. We don't have that in Canada.
Golden Oreos. I think I've seen that.
Just because I like vanilla chocolate.
That they have vanilla wafer cereal, which is pretty good.
Oh, those would be good.
See,
Make me hungry. I just
see. It's like there's the good ones, and then there's the ones that like the company's like, oh, they're doing strawberry. Well, we're gonna fucking do double strawberry. I'm like, there's literally a cereal now called Hershey's Kiss, where it's just chocolate Hershey Kisses, like shaped cluster balls. I'm like,
don't try it.
It's terrible.
Yeah, don't try it.
They're not putting in any more effort anymore, man. They're just fucking cranking them out like McDonald's toys or burgers or something. Like, just take a minute, think of a nice ass idea instead of giving me what do you call it? you know, shit, what's it called? I forgot what the name of the. Oh, it's damn, I am drawing a blank. Instead of giving me Fruity Pebbles or something, they're creating something that's like a mix of like three different other brands of cereals. Oh, we're gonna throw straight up chocolate syrup in this that you can add to your cereal. I'm like, well, like, where's the true character about a box of cereal? Like, there used to be so many limited brands. That's what made it so popular. Now there's so many people are like, we're getting overloaded. They have literally 2 aisles of cereal now.
Is that how many? Yeah, I can't believe we have one aisle in Canada. I think it's just where most of these sugary cereals are being marketed at kids, right? And I mean, kids don't know the difference. They'll see a new box with new characters or different flavors. Like, Mom, I have to have this. I have to have this, right? And I mean, obviously, people that are a little older that enjoy cereal can see right through it, right? See what the companies are doing.
If you're older and you enjoy cereal, like if you're elderly or something, you're probably eating it just because you need to get some fiber in you. I don't know how many times my grandfather like pours open a bowl of like Fiber One, and he's like, "I only eat cereal because I have to. Keeps my digestive system working." I'm like, "It's pretty good though, right?" He goes, "No, I feel like I'm eating fucking fish food." I'm like, "Okay."
Oh man, I hope I'm never to that point.
Well, I mean, even looking at all the types of cereal brands too, I mean, it's fun, but like when you start having 2 aisles like down here, it's so oversaturated now. I feel like it's going to turn people off the cereal because I mean, just walking down the aisle, it's pretty fucking intimidating. I mean, everybody's copying each other now. There used to just be like the logo, the brand. I mean, the appearance aspect is really what draws you in, like you were saying, to a box of
Yeah.
cereal. And you probably get it from stock and Pepsi in the stores and everything. You get to see the boxes of cereal, you know which ones catch your eye. The off brands or the generic store versions, they're like a bland, basic box that just give you like, oh, this is Raisin Bran. We just call it Crunchy Bran of Raisin. It's like, okay, that's not eye catching. But then you look over and you see a bowl of like Twinkies and cereal. You're like, that looks fucking amazing. And then you eat it and you're like, it's dog shit.
It's just because the brand name. You see a hostess, you see the recognizable name, and you think, okay, well, did they capture the taste of Twinkie in a box? It's almost like you have to try it because you want to see if it tastes like the real thing. You know it won't. It never does. But it's just the curiosity. I don't know. Don't judge a cereal by its box, I guess, if you want to say it like that.
What is it? You should put that on a fortune cookie. Why are you writing? Why are you doing cereal reviews? You should be freaking giving life lessons. Well, David, I really appreciate you coming out and doing the podcast, man, and explaining a little bit about your cereal review too.
No, man, I really enjoyed. Thanks for inviting me. Never really listened to any podcasts. I've never been on a podcast, so it was a good experience for sure. It was fun.
I'm glad I figured out what high spoon actually meant. I just thought you were like, I'm a snobby cereal reviewer, and then I'm like watching a video. I'm like, he's not snobby at all, but I'm like, oh, I can tell what he's on. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then I get high and edit the videos, and I'm like, yeah, you can't even watch them sometimes. But
Dude, I would not be able to do that. I would cringe so bad. I'd be like, oh my God, at this moment I was having a panic attack. You can tell so much, and you just look normal in the video.
yeah, oh yeah, no man, it's fun. You just gotta do what makes you happy, right?
Exactly.
Doesn't matter how old you are.
I really want to give you here a minute at the end, David, to kind of promote your page and your YouTube channel as well, so people can find your reviews and also find kind of like, the fun-loving guy that I got to learn in this podcast.
Yeah, like Rob said, High Spoon. I'm mostly post my stuff on Instagram. I do have a YouTube page. Might have 24, 25 subscribers. So really creating an audience. So you just look up High Spoon with 2 zeros as the O's in the spoon, and come on the cereal journey with me.
Damn, I like it. Now, how do you want to wrap up the show? You get to do it, and if you drop a cereal pun, you get extra bonus points.
Oh man, you're gonna put me on the spot. I wish I was in a different mind state right now, and I'd be just spitting out funniness.
Spitting out funniness like a back of a box of cereal. Bam! Look at that. We collabed it.
We blurped. Yeah, we got some blurps out.
It was just as bad as Sour Patch Kids.
Don't even say that word. Don't say that cereal around me again. That's next time I get a box of that, if I ever was graced upon me, I would throw it in a fire pit.
Well, I know for anybody that's listened to episode 347, I actually had to bring David back on for this one because I trust his cereal opinion. But I had some motivation to email Kellogg's and let them know that I would be more than happy to have them as a sponsor. I really love Honey Smacks. It was an amazing thing. And I had to send the letter I got back straight to David, and it wasn't a good one. I got denied there. They didn't want to sponsor me, David. I don't know why.
I think they get so many emails and requests. I don't think they really take anything seriously.
Well, you know what? I've been thinking maybe we should make our own cereal.
Yeah, and just do our own thing, right? Get our own success, right?
Yeah, be better and make it available everywhere. I mean, come on, Honey Smacks. You're not in Canada. Are you serious right now?
No, obviously that's a huge show there. I don't even understand why I should have looked up the last time if Honey Smacks has ever been into Canada.
You know what I've been thinking? What qualifies to make a wonderful cereal? Like, what's the most important thing? Is it the flavor? Is it the look of it? Or is it the mascot? Because I've been seeing that for a long time, at least back in the day, they capitalize on the mascots.
I know you like the mascots. I would go with the smell, though. I mean, the smell, that's the first thing. That's your basically first really impression of the cereal. And if you smell like it doesn't smell that great, then I feel like your expectations are going to be a lot lowered. So it won't be as good.
All right. So, like opening up the box and being able to smell. Could we have a scratch and sniff sticker on the front of the box, maybe?
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. I would like a deodorant or something. That'd be great.
Like, how many times have you opened up a box of cereal based on like the picture and be like, that's gonna look great, and then you wake up in the morning to have your cereal or something, and next thing you know, you open it up, it's like this doesn't smell anything like pumpkin spice. This smells like ass.
You got that right. I think I just get so caught in the moment there when I do the reviews too, and I try these cereals and they taste totally different when I'm not high. So I really judge a cereal when I'm not high because I'm eating cereal more when I'm not high. So
I'm trying to think what would the flavor be though, because I want to know first thing I want in the morning is I want something that's like something I guess sweet or something that's kind of like desserty flavored in the morning, or like classic.
sounds like you want like a granola yogurt flavor.
Oh, okay, like little yogurt chunks, kind of like how Special K does. But maybe we could turn like the yogurt infused with like I want something that has like a rice Chex consistency. You know what I mean? I like that brand, like that flake flavor.
I just had a bowl of cinnamon rice Chex before I got on here. So yeah, I know what you're talking about, man.
Well, I just opened up the Captain Crunch, the July 4th one or whatever it was, the All-American one. I can't stand it. I really don't like the circular puff balls, dude. I want something that's like thin but really, really crunchy.
Okay, you don't want too much crunch. So you don't like Captain Crunch. Oh my goodness.
It's the fact, like when they did these things that I opened up, they were little cheese balls, dude. I felt like I was eating the cheese puffs or whatever. Like you bite into it and half of it's air. It's like, this isn't cereal. This just takes up most of the bowl, but there's no flavor.
I don't know. Like, yeah, so texture obviously sounds like a lot. I feel like we base the cereal off of the same thing, taste and texture, really. But
well, I'm thinking
that's the end result.
You're from Canada. What's the one thing we talked about being the biggest thing in Canada besides the ham?
I was gonna say no, not a ham flavored cereal, please.
No, maple syrup, bro.
Yeah, little pockets of maple syrup.
Make literally like a yogurt, or maybe like a thing that's like a maple syrup type taste to it. So like little yogurt balls that are like maple syrup. So when you bite into them, you get a pocket of maple syrup, and then make the cereal taste like something like, I don't know, cinnamony, or like at least like a classic breakfast, like a fucking chicken and waffles, dude.
I was thinking that it could come with like a little package of maple syrup in every box, so you actually get real Canadian maple syrup drizzle over it.
Well, that brings up a good point too. I mean, you got to look at what are the one things we talked about with cereal boxes that just suck. They used to have a toy in them, and now they give you what, a ticket or a voucher to email or check out, or if you collect 50 of these, you get this. No.
It's not for kids.
No, what's a kid gonna do with a freaking letter of recommendation or a box top or something that he has to collect 6,000, then he gets a pizza party for his class? Like, what the fuck are we doing?
It's just the company being greedy. They want to give the consumer less, just the box.
I literally got one that was like, here's 2 movie tickets to go see Assassin's Creed. I'm like, that's my favorite movie. It's like, oh, wait a minute, you have to email it in, and then you get put in a raffle. I'm like, what the hell? Like what?
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, what kid is gonna go to that extent? Nobody's
Not
gonna
even
want
their
to do
parent
that.
either. Yeah, I mailed it in. Don't worry. You'll never hear anyways because the parent didn't want to do all the work.
And then like I heard with Honey Smacks too, they changed their original recipe. They made it beneficial for more people because they got a lot of crap for having so much sugar in it. I'm like, oh man, we got to make the nutrition label on our box really, really small to help people with mental health who just look at the nutrition label.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're thinking that there's just too much nutrition label on it?
I think they prioritize it very big on the side, which I know it's you're kind of supposed to do, but I feel like that's what a parent first turns over to obviously look at. But now kids that are all worrying about being fat or worrying about, you know what I mean? They turn it
Yeah.
over and they're like, oh, I don't want to consume 400 calories in one bowl. We can make our cereal good, healthy, but not prioritize on making them like watch what they're eating and stuff. Let them enjoy the breakfast, like, and also include what you said, pictures on the back of the box, man.
Yeah. You want something to look at. I mean, you want that package right in front of you when you're enjoying that bowl of cereal. And I feel like that goes hand in hand when you're eating cereal. It makes you the experience better.
Like you want little games and stuff you can toss out with your family members too. And then maybe like, they do the Disney giveaways and stuff. I was thinking about doing something like that, but doing more of like a collector's toy in every box, collect all four of them or make a line of like different like mascots to put up. But I think if you look at throughout history, cereal has been prioritized for kids in a special way by using their mascot. Now it's more incorporated for everyone, but I think the reason why cereal is failing is because Peeps, Twinkies, all these flavors that are coming out where it seems like they're just going crazy, you can't trust those because you don't have the original mascot on the front. Like, what was the prime mascots back in the day? You had fucking Tony the Tiger. Like
Yeah.
I judge how I look at that thing, dude. Like he looks like a steroid junkie. I'm sorry, man. Like if you literally lined up every single cereal mascot, they all look like they've been through some rehab.
I wish they never updated the original mascots in the beginning. So it was still like today's standard. It was like the actual original one, not even altered at all.
Well, if you look at like the original Frosted Flakes mascot, like Tony the Tiger, he was the thinnest motherfucker you have ever seen. Like he was the kid before he figured out what the gym was. And then like now what he is now, he's a pumped up, like egotistical, like steroid junkie that like went to the gym every single day, kind of like me. And it's like, oh God, like what happened, bro? Like you look like you're in a fraternity now.
Obviously, he's been just eating too much Frosted Flakes and he's jacked now.
They're great. He's been eating Frosted Flakes and kids' parents because he's always sitting down eating a bowl with the kid, not the parent.
You're so right. Yeah, that's kind of off.
Well, what about Lucky Charms, dude? Like, I mean,
They're magically delicious, man.
they're magically delicious, but he strikes me as like I don't know, like I hate to say it, but like an opioid user, man. The way he's so pumped up and he's always chasing after kids and stuff. It's like, what's happening here? It brings me over to the cuckoo bird and freaking Tricks. Those two are probably suffering from crack withdrawal. I hate to say it, but they go batshit nuts whenever they're around this cereal and they freak out the kids.
What are they? I don't know. Like I think it's just the mascots are upbeat and they got lots of energy, so the kids are like, oh, "Okay, I'm happy. I'm eating a cereal. I'll get some energy and be upbeat." I really don't know.
Well, I mean, you had what the Trix Rabbit looks exactly like the Nesquik bunny. I mean, I don't know how many times as a kid I got mixed up by that. I was like, what's happening here? He's going from he's going from a white rabbit to a brown rabbit to back to a white rabbit, and now his eyes are like cross-eyed. I don't know what to do here. You know what I mean?
You look like you were looking up some a good history of some pictures of some mascots.
I'm telling you, that's just what I wanted to study on. I was like, this is how we're going to sell our product. We have to come down with a definitive thing. And I'm like, I wanted to do dinosaurs. I was like, kids love dinosaurs. But then I was like, dinosaurs remind me of oatmeal. And I did not like oatmeal that much as a kid. So I was like, we can't go down that road.
Why does it remind you of oatmeal?
There's a Quaker dinosaur oatmeal where like they're little things were like little sugar eggs that were in there and they would hatch into dinosaurs as they melted into the oatmeal.
Okay. So you had a bad experience.
Yeah, I had trauma as a child. We know. Let's get past it.
I'm surprised you even eat cereal at all. You have the salmonella with the Honey Smacks, man. Like you're addicted.
I'm not gonna shit on Diggum
Sugarcoat it.
because I really do love Diggum, but after that email, it really got me in a spite mode right now where I'm like, I want to create something that's gonna be beneficial to everyone, a good cereal that's open to all. And if we look at like Count Chocula, dude, that was our dream, man. That was the
Yeah, what a failure now.
that was a childhood diabetes thing. But before he looked like a sketch, like he was done really quickly, like someone rushed his ass, and then now he looks like he's nuts. Like if you see him on the side of the box, his chin's even lower, and you're like, "What the hell is happening to you, bro?"
Obviously sales haven't been good, right? So he hasn't been eating.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like all of them are getting cartooned up, but I think that's why we're seeing the whole thing drop, though. Like we're literally seeing people stop really buying the original stuff because it's just there's not really mascots they prioritize anymore. Remember the Cinnamon Toast Crunch guy, the baker?
Yeah, well, yeah, I remember looking up. Yeah, I seen pictures of him recently. I don't remember him as a kid, man. That's a while ago.
This Cinnamon Toast Crunch guy was always on the box, and he was always on the front. There was no little Cinnamon Toast Crunch things floating in a bowl eating each
Yeah,
other.
they didn't start till like the 2000s.
They lost it.
Maybe the baker just didn't make his way up to Canada on the box, right?
No, but the reason why they used the baker was the Muffin Man, dude. When you saw the baker, you thought of the Muffin Man, like, who lives
Do
on.
you know the Muffin Man?
There you go. And I mean, I swear, every time I look at like let's say like the Rice Krispie guys. All right, so apparently in Australia they're called Rice Bubbles. So okay, there's a big difference there. But when it comes to Rice Krispies, those three guys are definitely on some major drugs. Immediately when I look at them, the song by Alice in Chains pops into my head, like Man in the Hole, Man in the Box. Down in a hole, feeling so slow.
Did you just sing?
I did sing. You like it?
That was good, man. I did
Thanks.
not. I was just like, am I listening to Rob right now?
There you go. You're listening to the 93.5 The Beach with DJ Rob and Spin Master High Spoon David.
Oh my God! You can turn it on like on a dime.
Oh, my family's broadcasters and musicians, so I just try and stay away from it because it makes me too much like them.
I'm just looking out the window here where I live, and we just had a nice snowfall. There's a red robin on a tree branch in the back of the yard. It's scenic.
The red robin, it's scenic. I had a blue jay fly across my yard yesterday. It really struck my eye.
You guys get them in Texas?
I'm not in Texas.
Yes, you are. Cereal, Texas, bud.
Cereal, Texas.
That's where I'm from. That's where I'm based out of. That's where we are.
I thought you're in Canada.
No, I'm just messing with you. That's what it says in my profile.
I was tripping out. I was like, where the hell are you at?
Oh, touching back to one of the prize in the box, we could even put it on like QR codes where the kid can scan their with their phone and get like a free like kind of interactive game with the cereal.
Oh, dude, yeah. Depending on what box you pick, you get a different game. Like when you were a kid and you went to like the fast food places and they had little video games. One was like Sonic the Hedgehog and one was like Frogger or something.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah,
that would be amazing.
This box is already getting good. All right. So we have to focus on the mascot here. I do have to crap on three
Red
more.
Robin,
I would
buddy.
say
Red Robin.
Look, Red Robin and Blue Jay are cool, but I feel like it's already been used too much with birds. We need to find something original that has not been done yet. And let's see. We got Toucan, man. It's Toucan Sam. He's a bird, man. Cocoa Puff.
Oh, okay. I have a name. I have a name before we're gonna call it maple syrup. Called Flappios.
Flappios?
Yeah, like flapjacks, but they're called Flappios because they're like.
You're bringing back this scene from Pineapple Express where he's like, you know what this makes me feel like? A nice stick of butter on a thing of flapjacks.
Oh, shush.
Look, either we could do Flappios, but I want something that's open. I want it to be more like waffles too. Like you like that taste of waffles. You know what I mean? Like
you're right. I like them equally.
You get to test when it comes to how you get to judge someone really by how they put syrup on their waffles. Do you fill up every little individual square? Do you just dump it all over?
I would fill up, but then I'd try to use less because I already know that it's not good for me that I'm eating it.
I mean, it's breakfast. It's not supposed to be good for you.
I know, but it's just the only meal I like any time of the day.
Yeah, okay. Well, then let's do, it can be a combination of little pancakes, like little pancake shapes, little waffle shapes, and biscuit shapes.
Oh my God, it'd be like the clash of like pancakes and waffles.
It's a freaking breakfast explosion in your mouth. I want it literally to take you off your feet and send you back like if you're in an old school diner.
Never
Like,
been to one.
dude, I'm telling you, a classic diner where you're sitting down, milkshake, like back in the day, the ones you saw on TV, those don't happen anymore. I think there's some in Baltimore, but that's like 3 hours away from where I live. But I literally want this cereal to feel like you're sitting down enjoying like a nice maple syrup breakfast. And then for the people that don't like maple syrup, we could even do a little bit of a fruity flavor, like a different variant where it's like you're drinking a milkshake a little bit. You know what I mean? Remember those straws that came out
Mm.
back in the day? The cereal straws?
Oh my goodness. I am trying to find that in my brain, but like a waffle straw. Oh, never mind. It's like a weird shaped straw.
The fucking straw you put in your milk or something to help it taste like cereal, but you end up eating the straw before you finish the milk because it's just so damn good.
Oh man.
It's like
No. What?
it's literally like they had the Fruit Loops version of it, they had the Cinnamon Toast Crunch version of it, they have the Cocoa Puffs version. It's a straw made of like the same stuff they make the cereal out of. You just stick it in your drink and you drink it, and as you're drinking through it, it makes the flavor of the milk change to the thing of the cereal. But then
I don't think we ever had that in Canada.
you missed out.
Is that still around there?
No, they stopped that a long time ago because it was like people were eating 5 or 6 of them before they could even drink the milk. Because like it's like trying to give a cigarette to a person that's addicted to cigarettes. Like, oh, put this in your mouth and don't take a puff. Like, okay,
Oh my gosh. So yeah, it was a bit of a weird concept.
yeah, it was a good one though. But let's look at the bird thing. I don't want to do Toucan Sam because he's kind of a little bit nuts. I know he seemed like a good father figure. I think that's why a lot of people picked him. He had the little ones that he was always
Toucan.
yeah, well, he had the
Toucan
little
Sam,
ones.
yeah.
He was always trying to save the little ones, and he ended up they just stopped doing the commercials in general. And then the Cheerios, dude, really pissed me off. I don't
The bee?
yeah, man.
Man, he's pretty fast. I remember him just like rip around everywhere.
Yeah, and then hitting the bowl. It's like, don't touch my food. He could be dropping like I don't even know. He could be
A pill.
yeah, slipping a Mickey. He could be pulling a Bill Cosby on you, and you don't even know. Your kid's passing out.
Oh man. I finally remember a diner in the Lorne, the Acid Rain music video. So I've seen it. I watched a little bit of a diner, and we're not gonna go with that one.
You don't
Anyways,
want to do the diner?
no, I like the diner.
Oh,
I
okay.
like so you want like a breakfast kind of cereal,
Yeah,
right?
like you want the
A
building
breakfast food.
like a literally a diner where like you walk in, like I want that experience. I want when you pour that bowl or you open up that bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it's like you can smell that fucking cinnamon. You can smell that flavor in there. I don't even like cinnamon. I'll sacrifice it. I don't care. I want you.
Doesn't like cinnamon either. Wait, you don't like Cinnamon Toast Crunch either?
I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but I drank a bunch of Fireball back in the day, and I got really, really sick from it where I sweated cinnamon out. I can't
Man,
stand
you
the
had a
smell.
lot of bad instances, eh? Like
My life was like,
with substances.
my life was just like, let's let this kid do his own and figure it out. And everything was like, I'm going to drink all this, or I'm going to eat this, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to jump off this. And the next thing you know, I started building up a tolerance for a lot of things. And
Are
basically,
you like me? Are you like me? Just you want to be a show off towards your friends? Like you're the one that has to make everybody laugh.
look, yeah, I do. I will admit to that.
What? Wait, what was that voice?
Yeah, I was going to do a deep manly voice like, you want to see how I got these scars?
Oh man, you got some good you got a good like voice range.
Oh, dude, I have a episode I'm gonna put up soon where I'm doing voice impressions. You get to hear my whole wide variety of voice impressions.
Yeah, that'd be amazing, man. Yeah, because you have obviously a good radio, whatever, like good voice on the your voice flows so well. I'm like, I was listening to the other day in your podcast. I'm just like, you got an accent. Do I sound like I have a bit of an accent?
You sound like you have a bit of an accent. I wouldn't even suggest you're from Canada. You sound like you're more from like Boston or something. You have that like, yo, I want a pastrami on rye. You got like
Hey,
that.
come on,
You got
man.
that. You got that like drawl towards the ending of it. Like I have a bit of a Baltimore accent. Like it's more of like a southern drawl. It sounds like.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, you're like the end of your words are a little more pronounced.
Yeah. We also
That's good though.
mispronounce things too. Like we'll say Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah. What about? Do you see Z or Z?
Z or Z?
Yeah, in your alphabet.
It's Z.
Yeah, it is.
I'm about to say, who says Z?
A UK guy asked me that the other day. Asked, "What do you say, Z or Zed?" And I said Zed. And he's like, "You're messed."
Well, some people don't get enough hugs as a kid. I don't know what you want me to say.
Anyways, back to cereal.
Yeah, okay. But
Sorry.
with the honeybee though, like I don't like that concept. I think the insect thing. It's just really really weird to compare insects into your cereal. And then if you look at Frankenberry, that's a cool one. But they're Frankenberry, Count Chocula, and Blueberry. They're all Halloween type stuff. They're not around, so they're good because they're very limited. I think that's what's popular. The
Rob,
raisin, what?
we need a mascot we can trust.
That's what I'm saying, dude. And you know what you can trust and you can always rely on?
Tell me,
You,
a good hug
you're about to
from
play
your
a
mother?
song. You're about to play a song.
Like, I don't know. Like, it's like a family member. It's like
Dude,
your mother. No, I don't know. That's
no.
weird.
That's weird. You don't want to put your mom in a cereal. It's like that's like watching
No.
mom porn. Like, what's wrong with you? No, you need a sloth, dude.
Oh my God, my sister would love you.
I spent
She is obsessed with sloth.
years trying to save up for a sloth. They're $5,000, and I was going to buy one, and I was going to call him Terry. But I think the best way to do this cereal is have it smell like the whole breakfast combination we're talking about. That whole sit down kind of feeling where you're sitting down at like an IHOP with your family and enjoying the good times. I think that's the smell we need to recreate. But the mascot has to be a sloth, but he has to have a catchy name like Sam the Sloth, or they have Sid the Sloth off Ice Age. We can't copy that, so we got to think of
No.
a good one.
And can he look a little bit retro? Like he was drawn in like the 60s or 70s? No.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's gonna have a Michael Jackson coat too. Or no, let's keep him original, just straight like naked, but like no
Straight
inappropriate
naked,
stuff.
eh? Like not crooked naked, straight naked.
Well, you don't judge the Trix rabbit; he's naked.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got his hand over his junk. Come on.
No, he doesn't. I'm looking literally at a picture of him right now with his hands completely out jumping. So I'm pretty sure he might have had an accident with some Trix a while back.
Did you know my little guy asked me, my oldest guy asked me the other day, he said, "Dad, does everybody have butts?" I'm like, "Yep."
Some people do, and sometimes they're really flat where you can't tell if they have an ass. That's true.
I feel like that's a shout out to somebody.
Dude, you just gave me an even better idea for what we could put in the box.
What's in the box?
The sloth action figure of the mascot, or we could do the wristbands, the little glow in the dark ones, the old school.
Oh, the snap on?
Yes, the fun stuff.
Oh, because it seems like these days the 80s and 90s are really in right now, and that would be wicked.
That's what I'm saying, dude. And you can literally do like the slap hands, the things that you could put on your finger and you could like swing it and it would slap to the wall or something, or slap to the window. It was like a giant 5. Dude, you got them out of gumball machines. They're like 25 cents.
I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure I've probably played with one before, but like, yeah, kids just want to interact with these toys, not just like, here's a coupon. So
now we got to figure out a name for the mascot, though. If he's a sloth, what do we call him?
Not Lenny. You don't think of Lenny, no. But you want him to be like something that has like a sweet name, because it's a sweet cereal.
You want it to be an open one. You want him to be drawn a little bit like the 90s cartoons, like where they were more open and inviting, not like what they look like now, where they look like they've all been through severe rehab. Man, I'm telling you, what could we call the sloth?
Wendell the waffle. I don't know.
Wendell the waffle. He's not a waffle. He's a sloth. Nothing rhymes with sloth. Maybe that's why nobody picked it.
What would slippery sloth? I don't know. And the waffle, it's got pancakes in it, right? It's gonna have a mix of pancakes and waffles, right?
Call him Butter. Butter the sloth. Like, why is his name Butter?
Because then you think, oh, he's the sloth that's putting butter on my cereal.
He just pulls out a butter knife and starts slowly rubbing like the cereal in the commercial. It's like, yeah.
Oh, I love your ideas, man.
You don't think we remember, but let me tell you, Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Oh my gosh, man! You with all the slogans. I had a buddy like that. He knew all like the lines from. He'd always quote a movie or a book or something like that, and I have no clue what he's talking about.
All right, look, we can always say where's the beef, and we can talk about this all day. But you like that one? That was another saying drop. Where's the
Yeah.
beef?
Now, what's this gonna? Doesn't he gonna have a catch? He's gonna have a catchphrase.
He's a sloth. He doesn't. That's the thing.
Butter.
He just doesn't. He just comes out with a butter stick and throws it in your cereal. I do like Terry though. I think Terry should be his name.
I do like Terry too. That's the name of my aunt too. And Terry could be a guy and a girl's name. So we're not actually specifically.
We're not gender identifying on there,
Yeah.
so it's comfortable for this world. I really like that because I feel like the captain's a little bit too aggressive. He's a little bit forceful. Like he wants you to take it. Take this fucking cereal. I don't like that. But I definitely think Terry the Sloth is a good one. Now, I definitely like him being drawn out. Maybe, hey, you could do a thing where it's like if you raise enough, like some of all the money that they get, like they buy for the cereal, a little bit gets sent to sloth sanctuaries, so we can help. Like a
Are they
non.
endangered species?
I mean, they're not really around that much. They're like koala bears. Like they're not really seen in the wild. They're basically alive because we take care of them. They get eaten by eagles, man.
I feel like, is there any other cute animal that's actually an endangered species that could like incorporate as a mascot if we needed a backup? Because
Like
I like the idea.
have a tag team.
Yeah, but then you're just like, oh, if it's a whale cereal or something like that, it'd be like this money goes towards I don't know.
A foundation. I want to be beneficial with my cereal. I feel like we have to give back a little bit with every single purchase.
That's good. So you're just trying to cover every kind of like, oh, this cereal does this, but this cereal does that. You want to cover all the bases, right?
I feel like
Be fun and caring.
Cereal back in the day used to have so much meaning to it because of the amount they cared for what actually got put into the product or what they were going for. Trying to create a family aspect or a community aspect. I think a bowl of cereal is really what it's meant to be. The first thing you have in school in the morning while your parents are making your lunch and stuff, you're sitting there eating a cereal. But it lost it along the way to the point where it's a money profit thing, which I understand. But let's donate some of that money, even if
I want to find out how cereal as a brand is doing over these years, whether they're up or down. Like, is the category?
There's 50 different cereal brands now. The top one is General Mills, and like Kellogg's has a few, but most of them are the same thing. And I mean, the only reason that Fruity Pebbles was so damn popular was because Barney Rubble and it was the Flintstones. That was a good cartoon back in the day. It was something people could relate to. So that's an easy one. Mini Wheats, it's like it's not a top cereal, but it's up there. Like it's known. It's just not. It's probably in the top 15. I wouldn't say it's in the top 10. Apple Jacks, people lost those little. Here I come, man, cinnamon. Like that's just gone.
Yeah. What was there an Apple Jack cinnamon toast crunch or something like that? Was there an Apple cinnamon toast crunch in the States?
Not that I know of.
I've seen a few boxes on Instagram, and they discontinued it. I heard it was like one of the best cereals of all time. People tried.
I'm telling you, man, we need to find something, an organization to donate to. So if we're gonna do sloths, we can donate to like a sloth sanctuary. And I'm like, what else is endangered out there? We could donate to koala bears too. They're endangered a little bit. I mean, they're not the top priorities, or polar bears, but I think Coke would get pissed. Or Coke kind of switched to Santa Claus, so we're okay.
Yeah, really, pretty much, because you see the product from Christmas on the shelves in July too. Still,
there you go. Look at that. We got already a beneficial cereal, but we got to figure out a name to what we call it.
So, what do you think? Yeah, because we covered all the mascot, the cereal.
Call it breakfast morning. Or does it have to be catchy?
Yeah, because it's gotta have two words that like join together that are both like fun and upbeat, like catchy.
Social
I don't
Sloth.
like Flappy O's.
His name is Social Sloth. He capitalizes the market on social media. I'm just kidding. We're sticking with Terry. Terry's a solid name. Terry is going to have a 601k. Just wait.
Terry gets shit done.
Terry takes care of business.
Yeah, Terry doesn't pay child support.
Terry's the guy that walks into the room and he sells you your own car. That's Terry. Terry's an outstanding individual. Terry does a bunch of charity events and runs 10Ks to raise money for awareness.
Get a backstory. Guy comes like you open up the cereal box, you look in, it looks like it's like an author's like a little biography.
Terry's the new Gary V. Be like Terry.
Oh, and then I don't know. Then we could sell like costumes of Terry, and then kids can dress up in Halloween as Terry.
Dude, I'm telling you, if we don't start this cereal, there's going to be a lot of listeners that are going to be let down.
Okay, so we got Terry. The name though, what are we thinking for the name? Breakfast
Terry's
morning.
perfect for sloth.
No, for sloth, but the cereal itself.
Ah, shit. I don't know. You want to make it breakfast or desserty
There's
flavored?
there's a lot of descriptions to fill when we're making the cereal, because then after this we have to figure out what brand we're going to pitch it to, like what.
We're making it our own brand, bro.
Oh, we're going independent, eh?
Unless we pick an underdog or someone like Wheaties that is literally just there, or Grape Nuts. Like, I don't know how the hell, you see that in the story, like, oh, there's Grape Nuts, but no one ever buys it. It's like, guys, we know how to launch you to the top, and this is it.
I've never tried Grape Nuts. I want to try. How is it?
I don't know. I've never tried it either. That's why I said nobody buys it. It's just there. It's like when you find those little sugar candies, or you find those little like hard candies or something. Like, where did this come from? Like, I don't even know.
Hold on. Sorry, my littlest one's just coming downstairs.
Tell him if he would like Terrios.
Terrios. Tucker, you want some Terrios?
We got to figure out a name to call it, man. I'm telling you. But I want the crunch factor in the cereal, but I want it to taste like breakfast, like you're walking into a diner. So I'm trying to think if we can do something that has a maple kind of hint to it, like a maple name kind of tone, with a mix of
Maple A? I don't know.
It's not Canada, damn it. We're not doing that.
Come on.
It's got to be for America too. You gotta make it open to everybody. We're
no, but when Canadians have maple syrup, I'm sure down in the States they think of Canadians, so it's authentic.
Yeah, but I'm
saying
A doesn't boost your argument. I'm trying to think. I want to call it something, but it's got to be a good name, though. We might have to just come back to it later after the episode's ending. We might just be like, hey, we'll come across it. We'll keep shooting ideas. We can't rush it. It's got to be a family thing.
It has to pertain to the shape of the cereal, too, though. So it's not going to be O's. It's going to be little, you say Chex kind of textured ones, right?
Yeah, it's got to be like, if you're going to have like the Chex texture on like the waffle pieces, and then on the pancake pieces, you have like a different texture. I'm trying to think of a better cereal.
We can have different variations of it too. It would be like mixed berry, and you have like raspberries and strawberry little bits too in some of the variations.
Yeah, and then you can have like the chocolatey version as well. You can talk some chocolate.
Or banana.
Dude, and add a consistency with like, make the milk taste like peanut butter, or maybe like marshmallow fluff. So when you're eating it, you're like, oh, it tastes like I'm eating a peanut butter banana fluff sandwich.
How badly do you want a bowl of cereal right now after talking about all this?
I'm not going to lie. I will be more than happy to eat more of that Captain Crunch now that I've been shooting the idea back and forth.
Did you see with the red berry? I think you sent me a picture of one. It was like the Valentine's Day version.
Oh, yeah.
Did you try that?
It was okay. It wasn't the best. Oh, cereal is just different. I like Honey Smacks, but now I feel conflicted because even after I told them my salmonella story, they were like, sorry, we're going to deny you at this time. It's like, all right, just wait. I'm going to come back.
Yeah. I mean, literally just come back. Just be consistent. Be persistent. Like, just on like every month, email them, right? And then they'll realize, what's this guy all about? We see him in our inbox and all this.
All right, we definitely have to come back on the name. It's got to be breakfast brunch or breakfast. So it's got to have a breakfast feeling to it.
And here I'm looking at my mug. And this is a perfect mug. It's in my mother-in-law. She put on IHOP, and it's got a picture of 2 stacks of pancakes. And she says, IHOP forever, David. So this is what this breakfast seems to mean. Oh, morning goodness. I don't know. Is that what you said?
No, I said, I mean, that one works. I'm thinking, we can call it break time or something. Like, like it doesn't matter if it's breakfast. It doesn't matter if it's just a break between whatever, it's just sitting down and enjoying some cereal. I like that aspect of like, it pertains to any time of day. Frosted Flakes.
That's a strong name. Break time. Just like break time. Yeah, I'd like a break time. Oh, yeah, I'll have a bowl of this. Yeah, because anybody would like a break time.
Yo, David, hand me that break time, man.
There you go, bud. You deserve it.
Pull me a bowl of that break time. You know what's better in your cup? A bowl of break time, baby.
Pour some break time on me.
Okay. Now we're diving into the porn side. And that's about 20 years in after we get sued a couple of times.
Yeah. Oh no. So you're thinking this long term. We're gonna do this together. We joint business partners.
At the end, we're both probably going to be on a yacht with a lot of cocaine, and someone's probably going to get shot and dumped into the water. So we'll cross that when we get to that path, but that's usually what happens with any empire or something that starts out. You know, every movie.
Way to make it so Hollywood. Thanks, Robbie.
That's what it is. Every single movie that starts off with a company, two guys having a wonderful idea. It's so pure and beautiful, like a brand new baby. And then by the time the movie's over, the baby's like 80 years old, hates the fucking world, has been to Nam 6 times, and he wants everyone to die. That's what it's got to be like. It's probably
so, Robbie.
Yeah.
In 20 years, that's what I'm going to be saying about you. I'll say it's not a joke when you're pointing a gun at me.
I told you this day would come. You spoke of this. I just thought I'd be on the other end.
All right. Break time. I like it.
Break time.
I like it. It doesn't pertain to... Yeah, I like that, man.
Break time.
I congratulate you. All right, break time.
David, we just created a popular brand of cereal that's going to be available when we get our shit together and start making it.
Do you know what sucks? We haven't even thought of the name of our company. We're going to put in the top left of the box.
Let's see. You're High Spoon, right?
Yeah. And
I'm out
you're
of
Low Spoon because you're in Maryland.
I'm not doing Little Spoon. I'm not doing Little Spoon, Big Spoon. This is not what we're doing. We're going to end up getting, well, actually, that might increase our revenue because if you think when you type in porn or something on the internet, what pops up is like Little Spoon, Big Spoon. So that could pop up there. But I want a professional name.
I was just thinking we do a cereal that has the taste of eggs and ketchup.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make your own company, you're like that's the same thing that happened with Kellogg's and Honey Smack, or not Honey Smack.
I'm getting you going, man. Getting you going.
The freaking what do you call it? Cornflakes, man. The brother decided 2 years after they create that popular cereal to branch off and put sugar in the cereal, and his brother got pissed at him. That's what's gonna happen with me and you if you make ketchup and freaking eggs.
No. This would be great. Do you know what I did think of last night though? That I thought it'd be great if I made like you know, had to have like weed edibles, right? And like it pertains to my name, High Spoon. It's an actual edible cereal that has like mixed in it marijuana. So you have a bowl of cereal, eat it up, and it gets you high.
That could be a good way to be able to do like a mix.
Get into the other markets.
A mix of it. We could do like a medical. All right, that actually boosts up the name idea though. We could call it.
Oh, I just said that. I can't believe that. I forgot I said.
We could call it Prestige.
What, the other variation of it?
No, the cereal company's called Prestige.
Prestige International or Prestige North America?
I don't know. Step Brothers line though. Prestige worldwide. Wide.
And then people in a different demographic will get the cereal too because it's a joke. It's kind of a joke name.
I don't know, man. That brand company I'm not worried about, but I just like the cereal ideas that we toss out. We could have multiple variations. I think we're going to have to obviously corporatize it and get some things legalized and stuff and come up with a brand name. I'm definitely thinking a mixture of like, you know, your cereal thing.
I'm thinking I'm going to message my sister right now. She's a sketch artist. So she's really
sketch up the sloth, bro.
Yeah, she's obsessed with sloths. Like growing up, that's all she used to like draw. Like I just realized this. She's so good at it.
She needs to get on the podcast.
Her sloths are so real.
Yeah, get her to draw this thing up and we'll put it up on the Instagram so people can see the wonderful creation.
She just got a bumper sticker on her first. She bought her first new car and she put it right on her bumper.
Well, David, I think this was a wonderful way to be able to finish this episode. Do you want to shout out your YouTube channel?
Oh, yeah, about 26 followers. Yeah, hi, guys. I'll never see you because you're probably fake accounts.
Hey, I follow you on that YouTube.
That's good. I'm gonna start just putting on the whole video. I don't even care. Like it's just us just blabbering on or just being ridiculous.
And they're fun too.
I just
Check out David's cereal things. I'll put all his links in the description so everybody can follow him. Check out his Instagram. They're very funny. His videos they're amazing, but I'm like, you don't have to do so much editing, man. You can do as much as you want. I enjoy watching you eat cereal either way. It's like an ASMR thing too.
I know what people want. Yeah. Now I just got little mics. My sister told me to get a little mic, like to put on our little collars so you can hear us better and take some background noise out. So you can probably hear us crunching.
Yeah, the lapels. You want to get that cereal spoon, that metal hitting that bowl, because that was always a sign of an accomplishment that you defeated.
Oh, my wife wants to rip my head off every time that happens.
Just keep dropping it.
Oh, she doesn't like when I eat cereal. I'll have to use a plastic spoon around her. Anyways.
Well, I mean, can I say whoosh?
Oh, yes. Don't worry. I mean, happy wife, happy life, right, bud? You'll learn that someday.
That's the slogan. Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
Enjoy a bowl of breakfast with happy wife, happy life.
Man, I love talking about cereal, man. I love your passion for cereal. This is great. I feel like you have more passion for me. Like, I've always liked it, but not really been obsessed until, like, not obsessed, but, like, a little more into it in the past year. But I feel like you really grown into the loving it for years.
I've been eating it for years, man. I eat it. I mean, every meal I have cereal. What I do is I have a container that's filled with different variations of cereal, different boxes. I have like I just stick a handful in, just grab a handful. I use them like as croutons on a salad or something. I know it sounds disgusting, but it's actually pretty good. So don't knock it.
Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. I would have never thought of that idea.
I've been doing that for years, dude.
Man, you're one of a kind, man. It's hilarious. I would actually try that.
People are like, you putting Cinnamon Toast Crunch on your salad? I'm like, yeah, man. Like, it flavors this bitch up. You just put a little spice on it, dude. Put a little bit of like dressing on it, and then you put some croutons in there. It's healthier than a regular crouton. It doesn't taste like the same garlic thing over and over again. It doesn't stain your breath. This one, what's in my container right now is like Captain Crunch, Raisin Bran, Mini Wheats, that ice cream cereal that I sent you a picture of with the mint and all that in there. And then, hey, sometimes I get in there, I get something like an oldie from back in the day that was like freaking Crave or something. I'm like, whoa, what's this? I'm getting random combinations that are filling my mouth with so much flavor, I can't stand it.
That'd be the ultimate. I want to mix a bunch up, right? Because when I obviously get high, the texture and the taste is so much better. And I never really thought about mixing cereals up.
Dude, do it. I'm telling you, it'll change your life. You'll go in there, get a thing of Mini Wheats with like Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Rice Chex or something. You'd be like, really, really different tastes of texture in this one. Then you go and scoop again, get another little handful or something. Bam, you got raisin. It's like, whoa, that's a fucking raisin. What is happening here?
I just realized how we're going to start our business. We have to get a food truck, but it has to be basically a cereal truck. And that's how we're going to start getting people to try it and like it, enjoy it, and then start to get into sales and retail.
Dude, I just thought of the name for our cereal brand.
I thought you already did.
Story time.
Break time, story time.
I'm telling you, story time's where it's at. It could be as soon as you wake up, you want to hear a story. You want to hear something like an experience or something that's going to get you motivated to go out in the day, like a little tale.
Well, that should be the name of your podcast because it's basically just guests and you talking about stories.
I like Out of the Blank because it can go anywhere.
I never really thought of like Out of the Blank, but until you like used it in like one of your podcasts, it's like, oh, that's what it means.
Yeah, someone said that they thought it was a thing for blank fire starting pistols, like the blank guns. I'm like, what? Like, I just thought she talked about guns all day. I was like,
once did I talk about guns.
Like, I've never mentioned guns. Like, oh, I thought like it was like firing blanks. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, that's the name of my hot sauce I created.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out to Two Angry Cats because they created a hot sauce and it's amazing. They're a good sponsor, good people. Check out their sauce, check out their account. Amazing people. Shameless plug for them. I won't plug myself, but I'll be more than happy for Terry the Sloth to plug all your emotions up in one bite.
I thought you were going to say just plug in general. I'm like, that would have sounded gross.
And also shout out to David, even though he doesn't care if you check out his stuff. He's got amazing content. Best cereal person I've ever talked to. He still needs to review a couple cereals. But honestly, if he doesn't give Honey Smacks a 10 out of 10, I'll be okay. Because after that email, I am a little bit hurt. I'm a little bit emotional.
I'm the best cereal person you ever talked to?
Yeah, I admit it. I hope that went straight to your ego.
my ego is just so like just uneven right now. I'm just so happy in this. I'm so glad this conversation went so well.
I'm going to make sure I put all your links in the description. And I appreciate everybody for sticking with us creating a cereal. And don't worry, you're going to see a picture of Terry the Sloth real soon.